What's up, everybody? Paul from PB Sports Talk here. It's Wednesday afternoon. It's about 2:45. Starting this recording. We've talked about this ad nauseum. I've talked about it. Everybody on social, all the big guys talking about it. I know that's all we hear lately is the WNBA, Brittany Griner, Angel Reese, and everything that's wrong with the WNBA. But it's worth talking about it just a little bit more, at least from my point of view. I'm going to show some different recordings here, and we've all, I think, seen them. A couple of them went viral, but I've put them all together so that we can look at each one step by step by step in this video. And I'm also going to show you something, a couple of data points that I don't know if everybody actually knows. On the screen there, you'll see the state of the NBA and what are they doing. Folks, I seriously mean this. It almost looks to me like the WNBA is going to self implode. I am not sure what's going on. I don't think any of us are sure of what's going on. You have a league that started in 1997. It's basically 28 years old. You have never once, not 1 year, you have never turned a profit. 6 teams folded, 5 teams relocated. For the majority of that time, until just recently, with the exception of the diehards and ladies fans, small sectors, women's players that are at the lower groups, this has not been a national sport. It's an afterthought. It's why there was only 12, 10 teams, 12 teams. Now there's 13, and they're expected to go to 15 teams in 2026, I believe it is. The 13th team and the 14th and 15th teams are predicated on the projections that Caitlin Clark brings to this game and to the whole genre of sports. And for some reason, it's almost as if that they can't get out of their own way as a league. All of this racist stuff, all of this, we're going to investigate if somebody said something from the crowd and said a racist remark, which has now been proven false. You have Angel Reese, and I don't like to denigrate people. I really and truly don't. But there is enough evidence to support at least a debate or an argument that this girl has some sort of agenda that is not healthy for the NBA. Anyone could say whatever they want about LSU versus Iowa, where she made her name. I'm talking about Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark didn't make her name there per se. She made her name there, and she has already converted it to the next level at the pro game, and she has basically no ceiling. She's nowhere near her ceiling. She's just getting started. And now, wouldn't you know it, the moment that the WNBA gets some momentum going and they get some traction, and everybody in the world, including guys, and including me, and everybody who has a microphone in front of them is talking about this sport, and now she gets the quad injury. She's down for 2 or 3 weeks, and it's going to go right back to what it was before without her. What they will probably do, and what some players will probably do, as has been the case with Brittany Griner and Angel Reese and a couple of others, including apologies that have come out and what I would consider inauthentic, quote, apologies about I must have misheard, and I take what I said very seriously, and I'm sorry to insult the fans. There most likely weren't any racist comments. Why does everything have to be about color? Why does Caitlin Clark or the WNBA or the Indiana Fever or anybody else have to apologize for the fact that Caitlin Clark is white? Why would any black player, European player, Asian player, why does anybody have to apologize for any of it? Why can't everybody just put their best foot forward, play their asses off, everybody competes, and you make a great league? What is wrong with that? You cannot deny by just about any end of the spectrum. This is indisputable because there is nobody. No one can show me anybody. No one in the history of the 27 or 28 years of the WNBA can do what Caitlin Clark did. She is the Michael Jordan, the Steph Curry, the Kobe Bryant of the WNBA. She brought something to the league that has never existed, the ability to shoot from anywhere. Let me just pop this up right here, and I'll get to some other stuff here in a moment. This is Caitlin shooting at practice yesterday, or I don't know if it was practice, but someplace. Look at this form, folks. I'm telling you through the lens of a former coach. This jump shot is perfect. The elbow's perfect. The release is perfect. Look how she jumps from before the line to inside the line. Take her step back. She catches in motion and knocks down one after the other. We'll do that one more time. Look at this. And she's not even touching the rim. I don't think the rim on any shot. That is the purest indicator of a pure shooter. There's nobody in her face right now. I get it. Nobody defending her, but she does that with people hanging all over her. This is poetry as a shooter. Fortunately, I used to be able to shoot like that, and there's no feeling like that in the world than to master that art like that. And I'm not her, but she mastered that art. Look at this. Look at this statistics, folks. This statistic, folks. Ticket prices for the Indiana Fever Chicago Sky game on June 7th has dropped significantly following Caitlin Clark's injury. The get-in price for the game at United Center is now around $25, a 71% decrease from the previous $86. Okay. We could say that it's my word, or we can say that it is actual fact. It's fact. She has made a monumental difference in the league, and there's a lot of people that don't like her for that because she's receiving the attention that she has received. Some have been there before her, some have built the game before her, and for some reason, not everybody, but a lot of people think that she needs to apologize for this. She doesn't owe anyone, no one, an apology. She should not feel bad for it. If a black girl comes out next year and she can play the same way Caitlin Clark is, all more power to you. I think any common sense person would applaud that. And the league itself should, and I think would, applaud that. Not investigations, not this, not that, and all this other garbage going on. This is ridiculous. Let's see here. Let's see if we can pull up. We all know what that is. We'll get to that in a second. All right, Brittany Griner here. Everybody could read lips. Everybody's been watching this for about a week. She says, trash. I'll do it again. Trash effing white girl. Nice, right? Brittany Griner. Shouldn't even be free right now, but she is, and that's how she talks. Okay, let's go to Angel Reese here for a moment.
Also with the miss, Angel Reese picks it
Everyone
up,
has seen this video. It went viral.
Getting another offensive rebound. She says, "Give me that."
Middle
How about
school,
another?
high school,
Persistence trying to pay off.
Middle school,
Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up.
Everything
Jones
she's
with
doing
another block.
here is wrong. Literally, everything she's doing is wrong, and she does this 90% of the time.
Also with the miss,
She likes
Angel
crab
Reese picks
dribble,
it up,
which gets her in
she's
trouble
good at.
every time. That's the
Getting
hard
another
bounce,
offensive
just
rebound.
like that,
She says, "Give me
and
that."
she's
How about
panicking.
another?
Look at-
Persistence
she
trying to
keeps
pay
putting the
off.
ball on
Jones
the
gets a
floor,
piece.
and we
Angel
got
Reese
three
won't give
people
up.
swatting the
Jones
ball.
with
Let's go
another
back and look
bitch.
at that again. Fall down,
Also
grab
with the
dribble,
miss,
trying to
Angel
go
Reese
up,
picks
has
it
no
up, what
footwork.
she's good at.
Now she's tipping the
Getting
ball to
another
herself.
offensive rebound. She says, "Give me that."
Another crab
How about
dribble.
another?
Another crab dribble.
Persistence
Fumble,
trying to
go
pay
up,
off. Jones
crab.
gets a piece. Angel Reese
That's a
won't give
walk.
up. Jones with another
And
block.
then, one of the other things that just I haven't heard anybody point out, if
Give me
you're a
that.
coach right
How
now,
about
you're
another?
going crazy. You have basically, and I
Persistence
give her the
trying to pay.
benefit of the doubt, she's down there by herself. You have this girl right here in front of the 732 is in the picture, and you have three others standing out near the top of the key in the three-point line. So she's working against basically three girls, and it looks like Sabrina foul line high here, opposite of the basket. Looks like she's sagging down a little bit. And let's let it run.
Off. Jones gets a piece. Angel.
And there's two or three girls slapping their hands, pass it out here instead of getting your butt down in there and helping her. So from Angel Reese's perspective and a defensive Angel Reese, that's horrible. You need to have one person back, right? Because you always have to have somebody back to protect against the break. But what about the other two? Even if you want to keep two high, at least sink one down to the free throw line. The other one come down and help. And you got, let's go back one more time. You got 35 here
Cardoso with the miss.
for the
Angel
Liberty.
Reese picks it
She's
up.
just standing
She's good
straight
at.
up.
Getting
And she's
another
like, get this out of
offensive
here.
rebound.
Boom,
She says, "Give
one.
me that." How
Here we
about
go again.
another? Persistence trying to pay
She's not even
off.
jumping.
Jones gets a piece.
She's
Angel
6'6".
Reese won't give
She
up.
just holds her
Jones
hand
with
up.
another block.
And then after all of that, Angel Reese finally decides to pass the ball out. All right, this one's from last night. I believe it's from last night. Here we go again. What in the world was that? She throws the ball behind her head, folks. I'll tell you exactly
Biggest
what this
lead of
is
the
in a moment.
game
Look
for
at
the
this.
Phoenix Mercury.
She's
You're
got her
looking
hands
at
tied up. She
flipping it
tosses it
up.
up. There's
Bounding
another
seven,
crab
good
dribble by
people.
the other girl.
Vandersloot dumping it inside the look.
Oh my goodness gracious. So, folks, when you see somebody throw that ball up there
Biggest
like
lead
that,
of the
there's one of
game
two
for the
things that's
Phoenix
happening.
Mercury. You're
One, they
looking
think
at
they're
it.
fouled, and they think
Flipping it
they're
up.
going to get bailed out by throwing the
Bounding
ball up
seven,
like
good
that.
people.
It's going to be a foul. They're
Vandersloot
going to get
dumping it
bailed out and
inside
go to
the
the
look.
free throw line. The other is they have absolutely no ability to do anything with the ball in that
Biggest
particular
lead of the
time,
game for the
in that
Phoenix
particular
Mercury. You're
position at
looking
that
at it.
particular time,
Flipping it up.
and they tend to
Bounding
panic and
seven, good
just
people.
jack it up.
Vandersloot dumping it
This is
inside the look.
commonplace, but this is basically what you see in elementary or middle school. Maybe not even middle school,
Biggest
not 8th
lead of the
grade, but,
game for the
you
Phoenix
see this
Mercury. You're
5th,
looking
6th,
at it.
maybe
Flipping it up.
7th grade,
Bounding
and
seven,
all
good
these
people.
girls with the crab dribble. Every
Biggest
time you
lead of
put
the
the ball
game for the
down,
Phoenix
you
Mercury. You're
give
looking at
the
it.
opponent
Flipping it
the
up.
opportunity to swipe
Bounding
at it.
seven,
4 or
good
5
people.
people down there,
Vandersloot
that's a
dumping it
gift
inside the
to
look.
the defender. Keep the ball above your shoulders and go right back up with it. It's really remedial stuff. All right, let's get this off the screen here. So it's just really it's crazy to watch this, and I really hate to say this part too. And I don't know the person. I can only go by their actions, but it appears to me that Angel Reese has some sort of agenda. I've shared other videos. I'm not going to go through it all again. I'm just going to say that you could check out those videos. I think they speak for themselves. I think that Angel Reese is just simply not that good. I think she lacks what she truly wants is the limelight, the popularity, and the fame. So she needs to latch on to somebody like Caitlin Clark, and she's doing that through pushing and certain acts on the court, off the court, projecting herself in a certain way to bring attention to her for reasons that basically don't have anything to do with her skill on the basketball court. The average height of a WNBA player is 6 foot. She's 6'3, 165. She's supposed to be able to rebound the ball. When you can't even convert on most of your shots and the ball's basically you're slamming it on your own head because you're just bricking the ball, comes back down to you. You almost, I mean, it's just so repetitive. She's getting, 3 or 4 rebounds a game like that. She's averaging 12, I think, 12 or 13 rebounds. Last night, I think she had 12 points, 13 rebounds, something like that. Most people would think that's a pretty good game. I don't know. She has no discernible skills in the WNBA, and there's nothing translatable. There's nothing comparable. People call it a rivalry. It's not a rivalry. You cannot speak Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in the same sentence. Here's what I would ask the WNBA to do. This is just my opinion. I think I speak for a lot of people on this. Let the actions of the players, let the merit of the game speak. Stay the hell out of it. Just let Caitlin Clark be Caitlin Clark. And referees, if it's a foul, I don't care who it's on. If it's an offensive on Caitlin, call it. If it's on Angel Reese, call it. If it's on Brittany Griner, call it. And no one is suggesting that Caitlin Clark should get any preferential treatment. This morning I was called a racist. I mean, it's just anytime somebody doesn't have something to say, the immaturity kicks in, and then they want to just call you a racist because that's the easy way out. This is not in any way trying to stick up for Caitlin Clark as that she is entitled to something that everybody else is not. It's not. She's fair game in terms of within the rules. The end of the game the other day, it's classic. I was watching it this morning in slow down motion. Guy put together a great video. I didn't have it on here, but hands are all over. You have hand check, then you have a tug like a defensive back does on a wide receiver and starts to turn the body. Clear as day, a foul. It's just that simple. And then on the way up, there's a second. There was basically 3 fouls on one play and it's not called. I think there's a fear to call fouls in that position, even if it's egregious, which I would consider that that was, for fear that certain players or teams or coaches or whatever, maybe even fans, are going to view that as a gift. It's not a gift. Call the game the way that it lays. Call the game the way that it plays. Like a golfer, you play the ball where it lies. Call the game as it plays. There's no excuses. She has to follow the same rules as everybody else. If it's a foul, it's a foul. I think she had 5 fouls the other day, or 4 fouls the other day. So it is what it is. So it's just like Angel Reese has an agenda. And if they allow her to keep going, she's gonna destroy this league. You have, sorry for lack of a better word, the golden goose is in town. Players like Angel Reese stand to benefit more money, more popularity to the sport, more significance, more security. Perhaps it can actually become profitable. Perhaps it will attract more girls at the younger levels to play and really hone their game and come up. And the next thing you know, you have uh, a reload type. Some of the very good players that have played over the years, they retire somebody, Diana Taurasi leaves, somebody else comes in, and you just keep on replenishing like the NFL, NBA, and some other leagues. It's just really sad to watch this as a sports fan and somebody who covers sports now is to watch this basically implode. And there's no track record there. There's no profitability there. There's 28 years, and of those 28 years, 2 years has been Caitlin Clark. This being obviously the second. She means everything to the future of this game. Point blank. Period. Stop the racist shit. Stop calling things because of people's color. Stop making news because of this. Yes, people are talking about it, but everyone's going to get sick and tired, and they're going to go spend their hour and a half, 2 hours, or their social media time doing something else. Get it together, WNBA. Get it together, referees. Get it together, coaches. It's time to put a stop to this. You got a 2-week break here, basically without Caitlin Clark. She'll be coaching from the sidelines tonight. Knock the shit off, or this is all going to go away, and you'll have nobody to blame but yourself. All right, everybody, please follow me on YouTube at PB Sports Talk, on X at PB Sports Talks with an S on the end, and at Facebook, or on Facebook at PB Sports Talk. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you Saturday. We have a live show coming on Saturday, some real good stuff. Till then, have a great day. Remember, hug someone, hold someone, love someone. Life is short. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.